Hi guys, and welcome back to Empire Interpreting's video series on how to work with an interpreter. This is part 3, and we'll be discussing how to work with an interpreter in an academic setting, specifically in a college environment. When first contacting the agency to set up an interpreter for your student, there are several things you need to keep in mind. First of all, the agency will need a detailed schedule for your student. This includes not only the where and when of the classes, but also any course material that may be provided to them. Interpreters do an extensive amount of preparation time before every class, so they'll need access to any syllabus, textbook, or web-based materials that might be related to the classwork ahead of time. Once the interpreter is in the classroom, there are several other nuances to consider. First is the interpreter's physical location. Now, the student is going to need to have both the material and the interpreter in their line of sight, meaning that the interpreter will often be up at the front of the class with the instructor. The best way to create an ideal environment is to have the instructor and interpreter meet before class to discuss ideal placement. The second thing to keep in mind from the professor's point of view is both their delivery and terminology. In terms of delivery, if you're speaking at a pace where the other students in the class are having difficulty keeping up writing notes, then it's going to be almost impossible for the interpreter to translate and convey that message accurately with the level of speed that you're going. Professors also need to avoid using vague terminology such as this or that or here or there. Remember that the interpreter is sitting in front of you with their back to you facing the student. So if you're pointing to the board saying Columbus meant to go here but ended up there, that's almost impossible for the interpreter to know what you're saying. Instead, try to be more specific, saying Columbus meant to go to Asia but ended up in North America. Both the students and the professor need to be mindful that during group discussions or any sort of presentations with interaction from the audience, there is only one interpreter, and to facilitate multiple conversations at the same time is nearly impossible. So again, it comes down to a matter of pacing, having one student ask a question, another student answer, one student ask a question, the professor answer, and not having a lot of overlapping conversation. Be mindful of any time that the lights might be off, as in during a presentation or a PowerPoint. Make sure that you can keep some lights on so the interpreter can be seen, or at least provide light specifically for the interpreter. Also, try and make sure that any videos you have played during class are closed captioned. Finally, make sure to keep in touch with the interpreters throughout the course of the semester. Not only will they need to be kept in the loop about class cancellations or changes of venue for the class, but they can also be an invaluable resource to you whenever you have questions about deaf culture or how to best work with a student. Thanks for watching our third installment of this series, guys. As always, please feel free to continue sending your emails to us here at Empire Interpreting. We look forward to seeing you next time.